First, Deputy Chief Jimmy McGovern, who's been the lead man in this operation so far. He's done a spectacular job, and I'm going to turn it over to him right now. Thank you.
Listen, I'm just going to make this short and sweet. We know what we got to do. We know what we've done. You guys done one hell of a job out there so far. One hell of a job. And what I'm concerned about is the community themselves. They're cold out there. They're hungry. And the only thing they have to look forward to is seeing you guys every morning and every evening. And what you're delivering to them is the warmth of seeing their streets clean. And you better remember this, because this is history. This is the worst storm that New York ever had. And you guys are going to be in the history books. You, the sanitation worker. Don't ever forget it. So now let's get this job done. Let's clean up Sandy today, and let's go elect a president. I'd like to now introduce our Commissioner, John Doherty.
Good morning. I spoke to you all the other morning, your first morning you were into this garage, so you heard my speech, and I told you were the greatest bunch of men and women I ever worked with in all my life. And I've been around this department for 50 years, and I never seen the morale so high and the men and women working so hard to help this community and every community around the city. So I want to thank you and keep doing a great job. Thanks very much.
I can do it.
I think you know this.
Presumably they do. Look, I can just tell you, you go around this city, and I have never seen anything like this. Every street I walk down, people come out, they make me complain about this, they complain about that, but they just say the sanitation department's the best they've ever seen. And each of us have a part to play. You guys are going to make an enormous difference. People feel better when they see somebody trying to help them. You're not going to feed them. You're not going to help them rebuild short term. We're going to all have to pitch in and do that. But you guys are out there every day making their lives better in a very tough situation. I went to Staten Island Hospital. Michael Lurie, sanitation worker, working on the job. Cable touches him, electrocuted. Fortunately, he's going to live. And this is a 45-year-old guy, big guy like me, big guy out there. It's not that funny. Big guy out there. And all he cares about is he's on the job, lost his house, parents upstate, and he's worried about him. We finally get his mother and father on the phone. The guy almost starts crying, talking to me. As long as Mommy and Daddy are safe, he keeps saying to me. And this guy will be back on the job. There was a sanitation worker who lost 2 of his kids. What do you ever say to him? I talked to him on the phone. I said, I don't know if it was my kid, what would I say? Thank God I've never had that, and I hope none of you ever have that happen to you. But New Yorkers, get back to work. You don't have a lot of other choice. What can we do for those that were lost? We can make this a better city. We can make this a better state, a better country. And I'm just proud and happy for 12 years of my life to work for you guys, with you guys, for the people of this city. And I think all of you, I've tried to explain to the public, yeah, it's a job, but you don't work for New York City unless you really care. And people say, oh, look, they're doing this. Yeah, that's what they're here for. It's a great satisfaction. We're all part of the same thing. So I just wanted to say thank you. I've never, from the time, before I was ever elected, I would always stop in the streets when the sanitation guy came down my street and shake his hand, because he makes a difference. I do the same thing for cops, I do the same thing for firefighters, I do the same thing for a teacher, if you know who the teacher is. We're all in this together, and I just personally, on behalf of 8.4 million people, wanted to say thank you. I don't think you recognize just the esteem that people hold you in. And also, please, stay safe. It is dangerous out there. You guys, and women, sorry. It's hard work, and it's dangerous. You're on the streets, you've got heavy equipment, there's a lot of hazmat stuff, but somebody's got to do the job, and our strongest do it. So thank you for having me work with you. All the best.